Alright, I noticed real quick before we actually start. One of the trophies in this game is fully upgrade 3 outfits. So I figure let's just upgrade what I can. Hopefully alright, I don't got that. I'm just gonna start upgrading stuff because like I have so many sturdy hard plates and all that. And hopefully I can upgrade 2 more fully. Because I already upgraded 1 fully. Yeah, see like this one I can do. Cool. Let's see if there's another uncommon one I can fully upgrade. Hell yeah. Bang. Alright. That's all I want to do real quick. Now I want to go here. And then probably after this, we go back to the base, help Katala with his arm. I'm sure Alva's gonna have a side quest because every other person there's had a side quest. And then
Aloy,
take it from there.
You made it!
I was hoping you'd show up. You'll be happy to know you have a special audience today.
Oh yeah! Red Teeth's coming, isn't he? Bet he heard he's got some serious competition now.
You win this race, maybe our reigning champion will be up for taking you on. Get her what she needs.
Oh, so we have at least 2 more. Or this one and one other one.
Ready to show us what you can do on that track?
That's right.
Oh, brace to avoid damage is square. Okay, there was a big collision up here. How did I pass all of them? I'm still in 5th. Aww. That was strange. I don't know what the fuck just happened.
That's right. There she goes. Stay down.
How's someone so far ahead? Oh no, never mind. I'm in first. Oh my god, I turned the wrong way. Alright.
There we go!
Now that's what I call a win. Let me know if you feel.
Thanks.
A fine win. I have to say, seeing such a rampage unleashed on the track was...
He wants me.
Oh, he speaks now.
I came back to let the squad know I found a new track for us south of the desert. You might find it a bit more stimulating than what you've been doing. That is, if you're brave enough for the challenge.
This coming from someone who won't even show his face?
I'll show you my demons if you show me yours. On the track, of course.
Oh, so we're racing now?
Only if you hear the call. Wouldn't want you pointing that bow at me if you didn't mean it.
How considerate.
I'll see you on the track then.
Alright. Oh, that gave me skill points. That's actually not bad. And like if I do the next one, that'll definitely level me up. So I guess let's go do that. Oh yeah, I do have new ornaments to give him. Do I have all of them? I don't know.
Took the rebel outpost down, did you? Good. Only a matter of time before they take it.
Isn't there like a grapple up there somewhere? Maybe not.
I don't know.
Oh, that's right. Just barrel through a straight.
Moreland talked you into one of his bizarre experiments again, didn't he?
On. The old, everyone's makes them feel. I can take any or.
Here.
So,
Let's make it New Year's Eve.
so. Fireworks like Moreland's
Wow.
and all that other stuff floating around. That snow.
I think that I got all of them.
Don't think so. No. I think it's just sparkles.
Aloy! Can't believe you're actually racing Red Team. You should get comfortable. We'll go to.
I'm not quite sure I live up to all that, but thanks.
It says rest of the campfire. How do I? I thought that's what quick save is. Maybe it's whatever this health bar is needs to go away. Maybe because like I'm technically in combat. Oh, this person's dead. What time are we pickling? 4:30. At... Well, I won't say it on stream, but I'll text you the location right now. It's not the same one we went to last time. Let me just double check. Yeah, I think the other one was like fully booked or whatever. The one that we went to last week. We just go to whichever one we can. Oh, here we go.
Whoa!
Now that's a track.
You know I'm going out there to win. But if I don't, you better make sure you beat him for me.
You got it.
I was kind of hoping this race would be a one-on-one.
The night begs for
This
blood
Mario
and
Kart
shooting.
shit's just too chaotic.
You ready to ride?
Alright, let's race, boyo.
I'm ready.
And it's nighttime. This sucks. I'm not gonna be able to see shit. Oh my god, he's so far ahead.
Gotcha! Got you! Yeah, let's go!
Why did I get hit from that? Like this, it's just not fun. Whether or not it's like easy and you can like first try it, it's just not fun.
You like that? Rise! Yeah, let's go!
Thank God. Holy shit. I did not want to redo that. Please tell me that's the last one.
That was a well-earned victory.
I'm aware.
One that merits speaking face to face.
Nell?
You have to admit, I put on a good show.
Except for the part where you try to run me off the track.
A reunion with an old partner deserves more than a handshake, don't you think?
We killed bandits together, Nil.
Oh, this was the dude. This was the dude you raided camps with in the first game. Damn, I had to look it up.
For different reasons. I'm not sure we were partners.
I am. Now more than ever. Especially since we've moved
That's
on
cool.
to something even more entertaining.
So, the mask, the armor... You knew the Tenakth would never let a Karja join a race.
When I returned to the Forbidden West, I knew that walking the clan lands would attract as much blood as my bow could handle. And it did. But I realized that if I wanted to ride with the Tenakth, it wouldn't do to indulge in petty duel. I mean, you can't race with the dead.
So you restrained yourself? Sort of.
There's no restraint on the track. Who knows, though? One day, the mask may no longer be necessary. After all, everyone here knows me by the speed of my mount and the sting of my arrow. And the Tenakth respect victory even more than they cherish their feud. But for now, it keeps the children entertained.
How are you even here?
I won't bore you with the details. It's enough to say that you left Meridian a land of peace. And a man with a bow can go restless in such a place, so I traveled my old haunts for a while.
You've been to the Forbidden West before?
During the Red Raids, yes. I have fond memories of that campaign.
I'm not sure fond is the word I'd use.
I did what was acceptable at the time. Some might call it excess, but I think the Tenakth understood. They relish the kill and grasp the need of it. That's a language we can both speak.
I wish I could say you were wrong. So... racing?
Ah, yes. A surprise for me as well. By chance or fate, I found myself wandering the desert, thirsty for a thrill. And then I saw the riders. A glint of steel at high speed, metal haunches splashed with blood. I admit I was smitten. To ride the edge between life and death. Now that is a beautiful thing.
I guess that's one way to... You always said that the thrill of the kill was too sharp to deny. Hard to believe you've left that life behind.
I still hear the call, when the blood boils and the bowstring tightens. But then I raced, the threat of every turn, each well-placed strike, the arrow that grazes the skin. It's a dance that holds death close, at the perfect distance, repeatable and therefore perpetual. And I get to share it with fellow riders who appreciate the flavor of blood and steel. It's enough to soothe a man's demon. I believe you know this, or else you wouldn't be here.
I think my demons are slightly different from yours, Nil. I'm glad you found your thing, Nil. Relieved, actually.
Don't worry. Nothing will ever quite replace our partnership.
I wasn't worried.
You know, you could always join us.
I'm good.
Live without the restraints of whatever narrow path you've carved out for yourself these days.
Thank you for the offer, but I think I'm good.
As expected, and I promised and...
I know that's supposed to mean something.
Hey, Red Teeth, stop hogging all the attention. Aloy, you want to celebrate with us too.
I'll leave you to it.
So,
Sorry.
Winners only.
worth a try.
Don't celebrate for too long. Tracks don't race themselves, you know.
Just try not to kill each other before I get there.
Hey, Aloy. You won the big one. Don't forget to take your winnings. That's that
Karja's Bane. Whoa. I mean, it's like a warrior bow, I think, but still cool. And I'm level 56 now. Let's upgrade some shit. So Hunter's fully done. Infiltrator is about to be fully done. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what we start now. We can do warrior, I guess. This isn't even like a trophy or anything to get all of it, so it doesn't really matter. So this one I don't think I can do. Like I looked it up. I think it's like either bugged or it's just like glitched until a certain point. This one I can't do. This one I'm gonna go back and do. This one I can't do. Those are all done. These are all done. These are all done. This is done for now. These are all done. These are all done. These are all done, I think. These are all done for now. These are all done for now. These are all done for now. This is when I go back, it'll be done. I need to give the black boxes. Gather Stemmer's reward. Oh wait, I didn't do that. Where's his reward?
Remedies to trade. Which way you going?
Took the rebel outpost down, did you? Good. Only a matter of time before they raise his big diet.
Oh.
Ready when
Oh, this is another like ultimate weapon or whatever. One of the shredders, Ancestors Return. That's cool if I use the shredder. Or it's probably not like an ultimate weapon, but it's still like a legendary one. Alright, let's go now to the base. And I think we're going to do Katalo's quest first, because I want to finish it up, because that's my goat. Let's actually make that one our active one. Yeah, obviously everyone's gonna have something to say.
Aloy, well met. We've been briefed on our mission and are ready whenever you wish to head to Cauldron Gemini.
Were you able to finish the new arm Gaia was helping you with?
Indeed. I was hoping we could discuss it, if you have a moment.
Let's do these first.
How are your studies going?
I wanted to learn more about the world of the Old One.
And?
I looked up this pharaoh Gaia said you went looking for, and learned about the plague of machines he unleashed. To think that the ancient world was wiped out by a mistake. A single miscalculation. There is no glory or honor in such a fate. Only hubris and pointless death.
That about sums it up. Have you spoken with Alva?
The Quen is peculiar. Nothing like a Tanakh. Her mind is sharp, that much is certain, but it's hard to imagine her surviving in the wilds.
Trust me, she's tougher than she looks.
I will take your word for it.
Did Aaron tell you we found the people who gave Regala's rebels the power to override machines?
He told me of the battle. I suggested he etch this victory on his fighting arm with one of our inkers.
Is he going to do it?
He didn't say no.
That'd be cool.
You wanted to talk about your arm?
Indeed. It's time to test it. And I want you to be there.
Okay. How are we doing this?
Not how. Where? Will you meet me where we felled Regala's tremor tusk, right where the river bends?
Sure, if you want, but I'm not sure I understand.
You'll see when we get there. I promise.
Then I'll let you know when I get close.
You have my thanks, Aloy.
Alright.
And
like I
may the 10 go.
Where is that one? Okay, we can go there. Sucks I was just there. I'll talk to I'm not gonna do the Gaia stuff yet, but I will talk to everyone first, and then yeah, these ones never go away, it looks like. I'll go down and talk to Beta first. Oh. Yeah, this was definitely the beta room. At least I'm pretty sure it was. Oh, she'll show up eventually.
Aloy.
Maniacs, lava. What's not to like?
I'll remember that next time I go traveling.
At least I got what we needed to trap Hephaestus.
Good thing I got my gear ready then. Oh, before I forget. Something to commemorate our
Oh,
mission.
frick.
We did good together.
Yeah, we did. You look tired.
Ha! You never want to hold back, are you? I've just been making sure that I got everything down for this mission of yours. I wouldn't want to be the usual screw-up out there.
You'll do fine, Erend. Have you spoken with Alva yet?
Yeah, when she's not reading the archives like a giddy kid drinking her first ale. She took to that new focus quick, that's for sure. I gotta say, I'm a little jealous, but I can see why you two.
Ashik,
As soon as...
I'll give you...
Oh, a coil. Cool.
From the look on your face, I'd say the mission was a success.
I got Omega clearance. Is everyone ready to head out to Cauldron?
As soon as you get...
Did Alva?
Our new Quen friend, the moment she laid eyes on the archives, she jumped on them like a long leg.
Sounds about right. Once Gaia is back up and running, I expect you to put all your training to good use.
The seeds have been planted. All they need is a chance to bloom. What? I thought that was pretty good.
I'm glad you and Zoe found each other.
Don't forget, you're to blame for that.
Now that I have Omega clearance, we can grab Hephaestus and finally have the advantage over the Zeniths.
Can't wait to see their faces as they stare down a bunch of charging Thunderjaws.
Better them than us. I should go.
Of course.
Welcome back.
Good to be back. Have you met our new Quen guest?
I could barely keep up as she gave herself a tour of the base. Varl gave her a new focus, though when he told her she was free to access all the data we had here, she turned so pale I thought she'd faint on the spot. We showed her to the archive room so she could see for herself. She hasn't left the place since.
Sounds like Alba. Read anything interesting?
I found out the old ones use leaf infusions like the Utaru do. Tea, they call it. Apparently it helped soothe that and some sort of scented wax they used to cleanse their aura. Plus something called bubble baths. I think
She's gonna make bath bombs. I'm calling it now.
The nerves.
Anything interesting happen while I was away?
Aaron told us how you tracked down the Oseram supplying Regala with machines. In fact, he's quite adamant about relating the tale at least twice a day. But I can tell it meant a lot that you asked for his help.
I wouldn't have been able to track them down if it wasn't for him. How are things with everyone?
Slightly quieter. Aaron's been busy scouring data on his newest obsession. Apparently the old ones wrestled machines as some kind of performance. Called it metal versus meat. A must-see battle between steel and flesh, as Aaron likes to put it. You'd think we have enough of that going around as it is.
I assume you've been looking into Demeter now that Gaia's merged with it?
Yes. It's been humbling to know that the seeds I carry in this pouch came in turn from the seeds saved for Demeter in the old world. It gives me hope that the cycle of life will prevail now, just as it did before.
I need to...
Right. That means we'll be...
Alright, last one.
Aloy!
Right to work, I see.
There's just so much. I mean, we knew of artificial beings that served the ancestors, but Gaia? Oh, she's amazing! And you, a true reincarnation of an ancestor. Genetically speaking, of course, not like the,
Okay, yeah, so Cio was just a weirdo then.
ancestors
Wasn't
out
actually
there.
anything like I was thinking.
From beyond the stars. Of course, they're trying to kill us, and Eric Visser is with them, which is disturbing. And then there's Hephaestus, and...
Okay. How about we take it one step at a time?
You're right. I also owe you an explanation for everything that happened at Landfall.
You mentioned Eric Visser? How do you know about him?
The Zenith who tried to kill you? He is known to the Quen as the Protector. Combing through data related to his work led us to breakthroughs related to weapons and military tactics. Knowledge our rulers used to conquer and expand, to become the empire we are today. That's why he's one of our most revered ancestors. But based on your encounter with him, it appears he's even more ruthless than we ever imagined. Yet another distorted interpretation in a legacy.
Well, at least you're piecing together the truth.
If only the overseers back home would do the same.
Beta mentioned other Zeniths. Tilda, Verbena, and Gerard.
I'm afraid I don't know anything about them. Whatever legacy they left behind, the Diviners haven't recovered.
Oh my god, there's so much.
You mentioned the reason you came here was to help your family. Your sister...
Her name is Alika. Our parents are commoners. Peasants, really. When I passed the divination exams, they were so proud. It brought honor to our family and increased rations. Only Alika begged me not to leave for the research academy.
Why? What happens there?
Alika knew that once you enter, you're not allowed to leave or see anyone, not even your family, unless you can get special permission and an escort by an overseer.
Sounds harsh.
Like the focuses we keep, diviners are few in number, and the Empire is, well, fearful that outsiders will try to steal our knowledge. Last time I was allowed to see my family was just before our voyage here. Because of my position, I was able to get them refuge from the floods within the capital. But if our crops don't recover soon, they'll starve to death along with everyone else.
I promise I'll do my best to make sure it doesn't come to... The ancestors, is that what your people call the old ones?
Yes and no. The ancestors are the greatest of the old one. Those whose legacy taught us agriculture, medicine, warfare, leadership, and patronage of the science and arts.
The CEO called Elizabeth Sobek an assistant. What's that about?
Right. Well, any old one who has made minor contributions or worked extensively under one of the ancestors is called an assistant. That's how we thought of Sobek, until we met you. Our limited access to data past the late 2040s has obviously misinformed our view of the past.
Back at the greenhouse, you spoke of knowledge forbidden to your people.
Diviners are meant to seek out the truth in the legacy, and many Imperials sponsor them in the hopes they'll find something the Empire can put to use, thus gaining favor with the Emperor. But the Board of Overseers claims certain truths are detrimental to the stability of the Empire, like discovering one of our revered ancestors ended the world. That is why Diviners are only allowed to access segments of the legacy. Only Overseers can view it all. It ensures that any heretical data can be contained and retrieved before it can spread.
What happens to Diviners who break the rules?
I never had the courage to ask.
You said you owed me an explanation for what happened in Thebes. I'm listening.
Right. I'll start at the beginning with the CEO. He was an Imperial, the Emperor's nephew, in fact. As such, he sponsored many Diviners to search the legacy for anything that might help the tribe, and himself. He took a special interest in anything related to Ted Faro, whom we consider the greatest of the ancestors.
Ted Faro, revered ancestor. That's tough to take.
I know better now. Anyway, the Diviners discovered that Faro spent a great deal of time in San Francisco. In fact, many of the most important ancestors did. So the Emperor's nephew convinced him that an expedition across the ocean might solve our most pressing problems. If only we could find the right data in this fabled city. Perhaps we could roll back the floods and storms that threatened our people. The Emperor declared that all the tribe's resources be poured into this endeavor. Dozens of ships were built, scouting missions were dispatched, and the Emperor's nephew was named CEO, one who wields the legacy for the good of the Empire, the living embodiment of Ted Faro, the Renewer. It may seem strange now, but for a time, he carried all of our hopes. We really believed he would save us. We had no idea just how perilous the journey would
Listen,
be.
from the first time I saw him, I said, Bozo.
You said the expedition across the sea was more dangerous than you thought it would be. What happened?
We lost most of our ships to hurricane, and scores of soldiers perished to hunger and disease. And that was before we even hit the coast. Once we landed, machines ripped our patrols apart, and we struggled to replenish our rations. There were bright spots, to be sure. We found Thebes and the greenhouse, but nothing improved the CEO's mood as his dreams of saving the tribe were slowly dashed. He became more and more obsessed with Thebes and what lay behind its door, and more convinced that the title of CEO was no mere honorific. You heard him, spouting nonsense about Pharaoh's essence and some kind of becoming. We knew these weren't the words of a sane man, but he was quick to put any who spoke out in front of a firing squad.
What a great guy.
The Quen are wrong about many things when it comes to the legacy. I can see that, but what the CEO became was a complete perversion of what Principal Diviners stand for. The pursuit of truth. I'm sorry you had to endure his madness.
Oh my god, another one.
So, Bohai, your overseer. Will he run things better than CEO?
He won't execute people on a whim, if that's what you mean. but he's hardly a paragon of integrity. I can't tell you how many times he took credit for data in the legacy that I uncovered. The best thing I can say about him is that he can be trusted to always do what's best for him.
Yep, sounds about right. I see you've been using your new focus.
It's been fascinating. So much better than the version the Quen have. What would have taken me years to sort through, like the database you helped me recover, with this, I've been able to establish search parameters to speed up the process. This could revolutionize how diviners analyze the legacy. That is, whatever part of it the Overseers would actually let us study.
You wanted data, you'll find lots of it here.
A diviner has never had this sort of unsupervised access to archives such as this. And knowing you, I suspect there is much that would normally be forbidden held within. But I was sent here to help you. I would be remiss to ignore any truth laid before me. Maybe it'll help the Quen find their way back to the path of truth.
I imagine you don't know anyone here that well yet, but they're a good group.
It's funny because one of your friends is, well, another you. Not that you are the same person. I mean, you are, as in, you're both genetically Elizabeth Sobek, but even so, you're different.
Yeah. I hope everyone's been treating you okay.
Oh, yeah, of course. They've all been extremely welcoming, and they share the knowledge they learn on their focuses with each other freely. It's refreshing. Back home, diviners can only share data with the permission from the Overseer.
Sounds restrictive.
You are not.
Alright, we can finally leave.
I need to get going.
The plan, guy, it will help.
I hope so.
Then.
Wait, what is this a metal flower? Can I break it? No. Let's go to 2 places. Number 1, I want to go here and give the black boxes over. Because I forgot to do that. And then we'll go do the Katalo quest, and then we'll go talk to Gaia.
Can I ask you something?
Of course.
The locator beacon on the recordings has led me to Other, but the signal doesn't always travel very far.
You're lucky that the old ones speak to you.
Will the new voices I brought help you?
I don't know much about this other great battle you said these recordings are from, so anything I can learn help.
Hey,
I'm sure I can learn.
Oh, I need these. And this. And those. Are these buy like one and done? Yeah. So there's just enough to buy everything. Cool.
That's the last of the voices.
You found them all. I was worried that the Delvers would have looted them before they could be recovered. The voices of these ancient soldiers deserve to be held in honor, not sold as entertainment. I will make sure everyone who comes to listen knows that it was you who saved them for us. From one recording to all these, now I have the chance to learn so much about this forgotten war. Thank you. It will make me a better soldier. A better Tenakth.
Oh yeah. Obtained Wings of the Ten. What is that? That's Karja's Bane. That's Forgefall. That's it's a Blast Sling. That's cool. Do I currently have a? Frick it, we'll equip it right there.
The visions are renewed. Let us who doubt it.
Alright, now we do Katalo's quest. And then we can do Cauldron Gemini.
This is where Kotalo... Hey, Kotalo. I'm by the Tremor Tusk site, where we agreed to meet. Want to test that new arm of yours?
I'll be there shortly. Thank you for waiting.
Maybe now you can tell me what we're doing here?
Not just yet. Follow me, please.
Someone's being awfully mysterious.
You took your sweet time telling me what you wanted to do to the bulwark.
That's true.
Consider this my revenge.
Fair enough.
This is it.
What am I looking at?
Oh, you'll see. Come.
All
You
right,
will
talk
see.
to me, Kotalo.
I wish to test the arm on that. Oh, you'll see.
He's
Come.
he's still
This
talking
lasted
outside of the
for some
cutscene.
time. Killed more than a few of this
Isn't this just the Scorcher?
but no longer.
I've killed so many of these. This should be
you'll
easy peasy.
I'm
Oh,
allowed
you'll
to help?
see. Come. Say it one more time. Yo, that is pretty sick. He doesn't have a ring finger.
After you. Let's see how this thing likes the taste of metal.
Too much damage from fire.
That will hurt it.
No one can hold on to.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know how much work he's gonna do versus just me doing. And there we go.
Well, I think it's safe to say the new arm works fine.
Agreed.
Then why are you taking it off?
This is what I am now. What I overcame. Anything else feels wrong. Like a disguise. I'll use the new arm when I need it.
Okay, I'll
The rest
accept
of the
that.
time, I will simply be myself.
That's fair.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
You have my thanks for doing this with me. Here. Something to mark our victory.
Thank you. I'll see you later.
I thought he was gonna say he would never use
with
it,
you, Aloy.
and that would be kind of dumb. But this, I'll accept. Aided Katalo, hell yeah. Where's the parts of the Scorcher that I ripped off of it? They must have despawned. Alright, so yeah, now we'll go back to the base, talk to Gaia. Bing, bang, boom. I don't think I can do any more overrides, but I guess I'll check. No. And honestly, like, other than, like, I feel like I'll need a Dreadwing eventually for a flying mount, but all these other stuff I don't really care too much about.
And dirt.
Welcome back.
We'll talk in a second. I need to do this.
There we go. All drones are reconnected to the dome.
Hell yeah. I guess let's do this one. This is the most recent one I got. Wow.
Good choice.
Good soup.
Aloy, I know your experience in Thebes was unsettling, but we have a new problem.
Did something go wrong with Beta and the rig? Will we be able to transport you to Gemini?
The rig is complete. The problem is Hephaestus itself. It has accelerated its proliferation throughout the Cauldron network, increasing its power.
But with your sub-functions restored, we can still succeed, right?
Correct. But the net effect is that absorbing Hephaestus will take longer than previously calculated.
How long?
Even with Omega clearance,
Holy
my
shit.
current estimate is that the merge will take 35 hours.
And each hour increases the risk of detection by the Zeniths. Two cores. Two overrides. What if the merge were carried out by two clones of Elizabeth Sobek, both armed with Omega clearance? How long then? Half the time?
Hephaestus would be unprepared for the simultaneous labor of two operators, in addition to obvious synergetic efficiencies. Calculating. It would reduce the merge time to approximately 4.5
Oh shit.
hours.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Varl, it looks like we're gonna need Beta at Gemini. Do you think you can convince her?
I don't know, but I'll try.
What about our diversion? Are the pulse generators ready?
Only a final test remains. I am confident that, if fired in proximity to other cauldrons, the pulses will mask our activities at Gemini from the Zeniths.
Good. As long as Aaron can operate one without shooting himself in the face.
Aloy, you better get down here. Beta's in bad shape.
Okay.
She's probably freaking out.
Aloy. I tried, but it's impossible. I don't think anything will convince her to go.
We don't have a choice.
Good luck.
Beta, you have to come with us. It's the only way. It's one mission. The most important one. We need you. Tell me why you won't go. What if they take me back? Alone, in a cell again. A slave. Forever. Varl and I will be at Gemini too. I'll protect you. As soon as we get Hephaestus, we'll come straight back here. The Zeniths aren't going to find us. You don't have to be afraid. No! You can't protect
I
me.
should have said the
Nothing can
brain
protect
one.
me from them. I told you from the beginning we'll never beat them. It's hopeless. Beta. Leave me alone! You don't understand! You're right. I don't understand. We have the same genes, the same mind, the same heart. So why can't you find the strength to do what has to be done? Like Elizabeth would. Don't you think I've thought about that? I don't know what piece of Elizabeth I'm missing. I don't know what you have that I don't. I look through all the data from your focus. You were raised as an outcast, shunned, and isolated just like me, so what's the difference?
I'm built
What's
different.
my defect?
My goat.
Beta. You don't have a defect. Beta. Look, it's not a piece of Elizabeth. The difference is, I had him. Frost. He raised you, trained you, but he was never warm or loving. The day he died, the day he gave you that charm, he was going to abandon you. He wanted me to embrace the tribe. But then he gave his life for mine. He loved me in his own way. And that was enough. What did it feel like? It was like having the strength that was always there. It's still there. Even now I hear him in my head when things get bad. But it looks impossible. Look deeper. And then fight like you can win. You don't have to go on the mission. We'll find another way. I'll go.
I was gonna say. Yes, she
You said
does.
you'd try to protect me. I believe you. But you have to promise me one thing. Yes, of course.
Don't let them take me. Like, kill me before
If the
they take
Zeniths
me type
find
shit.
us, I don't want to be their slave again. Do you understand? Okay. Promise? I promise. I could use as much time as you can
I
give
hate
me to
the
study
music
up on the
ends.
merge,
I
to make
hate
it as
that so
efficient as
much.
possible. I'll be ready when you are. I swear.
Well, I think I'm ready. Other than maybe this Alva quest about to pop up, I think I'm like mostly ready. Oh yeah, see there's the Alva quest probably.
Whenever you're ready, come speak to me and I'll ask the others to make final preparations for the mission.
The old ones like to dance.
Hey, I thought I'd check in.
Are you sure we should... Whatever went on between you and Beta? Not that I'm just... Forge knows all the screws flew loose every time Mercer and I fought.
I think we'll be fine from now on.
I'm glad to hear.
After we get Hephaestus, we'll be taking the fight to the Zeniths. So, no more reading.
It wasn't that bad. Not really. Besides, going through all that data helped me realize something. You know, the soldiers, the ones that fought the Pharaoh machines so Gaia could be built, they were fighting a battle that couldn't be won. Not with all the weapons in the world. I think most of them realized that, whether anyone said it or not. They still did it, though. They bought time for all the eggheads working to save the future. As long as I can do that for you, I'll consider myself a success.
Thank you, Erend.
Okay, enough.
Anybody take you up on that ale you brought?
Zoe can't stand the smell. I tried Alva, but I don't think she knows what taking a break. And I'm not putting Varl anywhere near that stuff after that victory party in Meridian.
What about Catalo?
Now there's a man that can hold his liquor. Pretty sure we downed half a keg. We had a good chat, I think.
I should go.
Same here. I got a date with a cauldron to prepare for.
Aloy, it sounded like you guys had a,
Why is everyone listening in on our
lively
conversation?
We just had a lot to talk about.
Does this mean she's coming with us to Gemini?
It does. I hope you're ready to rein in the most stubborn AI of all time.
That's what all this was for, wasn't it?
Hephaestus won't go down quietly.
Hephaestus is just a program that's lost its way. We are fighting for our survival. I can always call upon the goddess if you're nervous.
Funny. You were right, you know, about keeping Rost's memories buried. I guess part of me thought he was holding me back, because he wanted me to be a Nora, but the truth is he gave me a lot. And I took him for granted.
He was a good man. He raised you well.
I hope firing off those pulse generators will be enough to distract the Zeniths.
It'll work. It has to.
Always optimistic, huh?
Nah, just stubborn. It's a good quality to have when dealing with you.
Yeah, right. Any last findings you want to share before we...
Not really. Though I've reached a decision.
Oh?
When we put Gaia together, I want to return to the Nora. Spread what I've learned.
You think they'll listen to you?
In time, I believe so.
If anyone can make it happen, it's you, Varl. What will you and Zoe do if you go back to the Embrace?
I hope she'll come with me. At least for a while. And I'll go with her to Plainsong. She'll probably want to talk to her people about all this as well. We'll figure it out.
I know you will. How does everyone seem to you?
Anxious, but ready. I heard Catalo ask for Alva's help with his pulse generator. And I know he's been helping her with a few fighting techniques, just in case.
I hope they aren't needed.
Like I said, just in case.
I'm glad you're...
Sure there's no urge?
No more running. Hey.
I've already got the location of my assigned cauldron.
Good.
I heard you and Beta had a talk.
News travels fast.
It wasn't exactly a quiet conversation.
There were
I
just
feel like it
things
wasn't that loud.
needed to be said.
A healthy crop to those who clear the weeds between them.
You look like you have something on your mind.
We're going to war soon, and war is something I promised myself I'd left behind in the Red Raids. But the more of your data I go through, every voice I hear, every word I read from our ancient past, it makes me realize just how much life was given so that ours could flourish. Fighting for that gift, it's our responsibility. If we fail, it was all for naught.
Helps to know you're not alone.
For a moment there, you sounded like Varl.
I don't know what you're talking about.
As soon as you
you'll hear. Plugging in that power cell downstairs must have turned on these holograms.
Aloy.
Had a bit of an issue with Beta. It's better now, though.
I'm not surprised.
Really?
I once knew a warrior who discovered he had a brother late in life. It was deeply uncomfortable for him.
Did he ever get over it?
In time, but not before the two siblings nearly killed each other in a single combat challenge.
Ah. Well, at least I avoided that. I bet people are curious about that new arm of yours.
None more than our Quen ally, I assure you. She couldn't wait to take it apart and figure out how it worked. I gave her the data I used to build the thing, hoping that would satisfy her curiosity instead.
Good luck with that. Think you're ready to put all your training to the test?
I am Tenakth. I am always ready.
You nervous about the mission ahead?
If I live, it will be in victory. If I die, it will be in battle. What matters most is that you achieve your objective.
I'll do my best.
If this man dies, I'm gonna be pissed.
I await your...
He'd probably be the one that I'd be pissed the most about dying. Let me make sure Beta doesn't have anything to say. No. At least, like, you probably can talk to her, but she has nothing new to say because she doesn't have the exclamation mark.
Did you know there used to be a rainforest so big the old ones called it the lungs of the...
Not at all. I was just studying the pulse generator schematic, the ones Gaia and Beta built. Is everything all right?
Not anymore.
To understand when... Oh, and...
Must be strange to think that some of the ancestors your tribe reveres are still alive and here on Earth right now.
Yeah, it is. Part of me's curious to know who else besides Eric Visser might be among them. Maybe Nikita Arand? We call her the Spark. The legacy tells us she brought unlimited energy to the Old One. Or Sung Jiao, whom we call the Healer. It is said she found new ways to extend the ancestors' lifespans. But my curiosity fades when I think of how different our view of Visser was compared to the reality that you experienced. Perhaps it is better not to know.
Any more data catch your eye?
All of it? I have so much to study up on. Years, actually. I'm particularly interested in the Odyssey. We knew the ancestors had made it to the moon. In fact, we theorized some of them had settled on it. But Sirius is way farther than that, and we thought journeying across the ocean would be the feat of a lifetime. The sheer calculations needed for space travel, it's overwhelming to think about.
Even so, the Quen are way ahead of other tribes when it comes to understanding this stuff. Where I grew up, everyone thought that stars were sparks that rose from a fire lit by the goddess to guide us through the night. Have you spoken with Zoe at all?
A little bit, but I did hear her singing with Varl not too long ago. I don't think they noticed. Zoe seemed so free when she did it. Like every emotion she had was taking flight in song, and she looked happier because of it. I felt so dull and nervous in comparison.
You should ask Zoe to teach you sometime. About Utaru music.
Maybe.
If you need anything before heading out to the cauldrons.
You have nothing to worry about. Gaia's explained your plan in detail, as expected from such an efficient AI. I've even received some very, succinct combat advice from Kotallo. You know, in case the Zeniths show up.
What kind of advice?
He, told me to run.
For now. We'll even the odds soon enough. Anything new around here?
Kotallo showed me the schematics for his new arm. I recall reading about robotic limbs within the Legacy, but I never thought I'd see one in action. Technology like that would be treasured back home. Think of what it could do for injured workers or soldiers. But knowing the Imperial family, they would use it for different purposes.
Replacing body parts as they grow older. Like the Zenith.
Alright, let's see what her mission
You
is.
mentioned there was something you needed help with?
Yes. So, as I was sifting through data from the greenhouse, I found references to an old world system back in the Great Delta. It's called Leviathan. My people discovered it decades ago. A sprawling network of river gates and a labyrinth of underground tunnels. The Legacy revealed that the Old Ones used it to control flooding. But we've never gotten it to work. The whole thing is shut down. But the data from the greenhouse mentions the research facility where Leviathan was created. It's in San Francisco.
Another Pharaoh facility?
No. Leviathan was a project by Eileen Sasaki, another ancestor. So the Legacy tells us, anyway. If we can acquire that data, we might be able to fix the system back in the Great Delta. Every year, my sister gets terrified when the long rains begin. With Leviathan, maybe she won't have to be.
Okay. So, where in San Francisco is this facility?
That's the thing. The data doesn't say where, exactly, but one of our diviners has been exploring the ruins. He might know. Would you come with me? You're much better at finding things.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I should go. Make sure you...
Mayor.
And, like I said,
I appreciate...
I feel like I should do this now. Just cause.
Alva said one of the diviners here might know where the Leviathan research facility. Hey, Alva? I'm in Landfall. Can you meet me here?
I'll be there as soon as I can. Aloy! I'm here. Had to sneak past a few machines on the way, but I made it.
All right. Ready to talk to that diviner?
Yes. He's right over there.
Diviner Alva, what are you doing back in Landfall? And with the living ancestor?
We're looking for the At-Bay Research Center, where Leviathan was developed. The legacy tells us it's somewhere in the city.
Alva mentioned you've been collecting data in the area. Do you know where it is?
Yes, I stumbled across it, but there was no data there, only crumbling ruins.
Tell us anyway. We might be able to find something you missed.
Please, don't trouble yourself. I assure you.
Is there like some big machine that he doesn't want us to see? Or
You're hiding
he's
something.
a sneaky boy.
What? That is absurd. A diviner must only speak truth, as you're well aware.
Oh, you're worried you found something dangerous. Something compromising on Eileen Sasaki?
Keep your voice down.
Look, I get it, Nirik. You want to make it back to your family, so it's safer to turn a blind eye. But think of Leviathan. How it could help everyone. Isn't that why we're here? Don't let fear deny us that.
Very well. The facility's just south of here along the shore. But even if you find a way to fix Leviathan, it's sure to be shrouded in that which is forbidden.
Too often the truth is forbidden. Come on, let's go.
All right. I really hope this isn't going to be one that pauses until Wings of the Ten.
Hey, you're back.
What is that one that... I don't even know. Like, I don't even know where I got this side quest. Same thing with this one.
You ready for guard duty?
You ready for guard duty?
Not bad with that diviner back there. We've come a long way since we first met.
And Nirik's like I used to be, terrified of a misstep. And with the Overseers, he has every right to be. But what I've seen and learned since the greenhouse, it's so much more than what we're permitted. Diviners are supposed to seek the truth, and yet so much is kept from us. I'm tired. That should be the facility ahead. Oh, we need to find a way in.
Up here. Well, Nirik wasn't lying about crumbling ruins, at least.
Aloy, why
Let's
is
look
the
around.
ground shaking?
Is this a
That's
shell
not good.
snapper?
Whatever it is.
Whoa, that thing is huge!
We'll have
A
to take it out if we wanna find that
Slitherfang!
thing.
Oh boy, what are they weak to?
Okay. I'm with you.
Fire, ice. We'll use ice on it.
We have to fight! Go for the weak spot! It's crossing over!
Yes, I'm aware, ma'am.
It's coming apart!
Oh, he's stunned. Nice. Oh, I can't get like one of those super attacks on this. What the frick? That's why I ran up here. Or maybe I can if I get close. Yeah, critical strike. Did that even go off?
Down it goes.
Whew. Well, I'm gonna have nightmares tonight.
Not too
We
shabby.
should be able to look around for that data now.
Is this an earth grinder? Hell yeah, it is. Is there one more? That would be awesome. No, I don't think so. Unless... Oh, I think this is one. Hell yeah. Is that all we needed for this? Oh my god, I think it is. Cool. Our armor can upgrade. Oh, and there's a there's a shelter right here, which means there's a workbench there.
Not getting in this way.
Might have collapsed when that Slitherfang came in.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to follow you there. Aloy, you're back. We still have to find the data on the Leviathan.
Nice. Create a job for that one. Frost claw sack webbing.
Oh, I'll stay here. That looks a little iffy to me.
I don't know if this is how I was supposed to get in, but I sort of
Look at this place.
got in.
I always try to imagine what it must have been like back when you
It's less of a climb, I bet. Come on, let's check the upper floors.
Oh, was I supposed to get in through here?
Time for a swim.
At least the water's not freezing.
Oh, right here.
Through here.
After you.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to get that just in case it glitched something later.
There. console.
Must have been what Nirik found.
Let's see if it has anything on Leviathan. Oh, the data on Leviathan isn't here, but there's some kind of log.
Delete the database. But Miss Sasaki, when you look at the reports, 3,000 exhibiting symptoms. Over 400 dead. The data's clear. Omurama is contaminating the water supply, promoting bacterial growth. And with Leviathan based on the same architecture...
You're a smart kid. Top of your class, right? My father built this company thanks to world-class talent like you. And you know what else is world-class? Our legal team.
Damn.
So unless you want to spend the rest of your career in some dead-end, underfunded public research institute, you'll delete that database and forward all data on Leviathan to my office.
Yes, ma'am.
That was her. The ancestor. Eileen Sasaki. Hundreds dead. And she knew their system was to blame, but she had the truth erased. Were all the ancestors like this? Selfish, ruthless, immoral? And yet we hold them up as paragons of enlightenment and virtue. Given what we've learned, I don't even know if Leviathan will work.
Hold on. Let's not give up just yet. You said before that the old ones use Leviathan to control flooding. Which means it probably worked. We'll know more when we find the data on it. The recording mentioned a copy was sent to Eileen's office.
To their corporate headquarters. There. Let's go. It shouldn't take us long to get to the tower.
Lead on. So what was that other system the recording mentioned? Omurama?
The legacy tells us it was the predecessor to Leviathan, a system that manipulated floods to bring life to a barren desert.
Quen seemed to know a lot about this ancestor.
Diviners spent years trying to figure out how to restore Leviathan. We found a lot of data on Eileen Sasaki in the process.
Entrance is blocked. Gonna have to find another way in.
The soldiers built a path on the nearby ruin. Might be able to cross over from there.
Lead the way.
This one?
I'll stay here until you come back. Don't go too far.
Don't be a bozo. Lead the way.
I think this is as far as our soldiers got.
We'll have to climb higher to get into the tower.
I'll follow your lead.
My lead?
Up we go!
You doing okay, Olva?
Yes! Don't worry about me!
Glinthawk. Great.
Did it see us?
I don't think so, but we'll have to be careful.
How are we going to get across?
Like this, obviously.
Well, that beam looks promising.
This is a lot higher up than I thought.
Glintox. Well, we have the element of surprise.
Or we could sneak by and, you know, not fall off the tower.
Damn, I'm actually surprised that worked.
No more Glintox.
I've heard our soldiers say the Glintox are the worst.
Oh. Thank God.
Up this way.
Aloy? We're really high off the ground.
You can do it, Alva, okay? Just don't look down.
Right. Of course. Super easy.
There's the tower. Should be able to cross over. But we are going to have to jump.
That doesn't sound... After you.
Gotta clear some of that debris first. Should be able to make it to the other side.
I did not think that was a makeable jump, I will say.
Okay, Alva, your turn.
Right. Yeah. Aloy, can you watch me and make sure I do this right?
Yeah.
Come on, Alva. You can do it. It's okay.
Go or I'll shoot you.
Please don't break.
Alva!
I'm okay.
Damn.
Wow.
Mr. Hale, IT Security would like to emphasize again that entering your private passcode in the passcode reminder field does not meet digital security standards. As such, your passcode has been reset. Again, please choose an appropriate reminder for the future.
That would have been a long way to fall.
I want to make sure Alva makes it across before I take a look at this. You sure you're okay?
Yeah.
What is a good passcode reminder if it doesn't tell me what the passcode is? Next time I'm trying to set up a conference room for the board meeting and I get locked out because I can't remember the stupid passcode, fingers will be pointed at you. You want to find, or you want an unhelpful, useless passcode reminder? Fine. Founding date, month, and year. There, happy, you IT security morons.
No, I'm fine.
Oh, door's locked. Huh. This says the code is the month and year the company was founded.
According to the legacy, it
10/23
was
then?
October 2023.
Or 10/20/23.
Got it.
Bang.
Door should be unlocked now. Maybe the data on Leviathan is in here.
Cost reduction strategy. We're talking about people's lives here. I did as you asked on Omuramba, but this is worse.
Okay, so she didn't fuck with it entirely.
I've spoken with risk management. They're confident that the chance of another incident is within acceptable parameters. We're moving ahead with Leviathan.
You know, Dad, shortcuts have a way of catching up with you. Within acceptable parameters or not.
Well, one day in the distant future when you're in charge, you can run things how you want. But until then, how about you let me worry about that?
Guess Eileen and her father didn't always get along. But it seems like covering up Omuramba wasn't her idea.
Doesn't matter. She still had a part in it.
Well, let's keep going. Her office must be higher up.
Dead end. There's a ladder in that shaft, but it's blocked.
We might be able to pull the rubble out from the other shaft. Let's see where this leads.
You go on ahead. I'll look for a way up that has a lesser chance of falling to my death.
Okay. Hey, Alva?
Yes?
There's something I don't get. You said Eileen was the one who built Leviathan, not her father, so... what happened?
I'm not sure. The legacy doesn't say. Either that knowledge is lost or forbidden. Or maybe we were wrong about that too. Are you doing okay?
That's a crazy jump.
Yeah, it's just a long way up.
Where is this, there was a question mark here, and now it's not here. I don't know. Maybe, maybe it was, this thing. Yeah, the At Bay headquarters.
Now, how to get up higher?
Like that.
How about you, Alva? Any luck finding a way up?
Not yet.
Okay, I'm back at the shafts.
Oh, and then I do this. The shit explodes, yeah. And then...
the elevator might fall and open up a path for Alva. Hey, Alva? Step away from the shaft.
Okay. Whoa! Oh! I can reach the ladder now! Be right up, Aloy!
Looks like there's another floor above. Might be Eileen's office.
Okay, I'll meet you up there. Made it! There you are.
Come on. Let's see what's up here. Another locked door. Need to figure out the passcode.
These artifacts, I think these were Eileen's. It's every diviner's dream to discover even one of the ancestors' artifacts.
And maybe they'll help with the door. This looks like some kind of prototype.
For water purification. Must be the H2 flow.
That's a good name.
What?
H2 flow. Their early inventions had strange names.
It's art, I think.
Could it be? Yes, I think this was commissioned in honor of the company's 25th anniversary. That must be the Dragonfly 6. At Bay used it in most of their construction projects. The Dragonfly 6 was their most successful model.
So we have a 6, we have a 25th anniversary.
Oh, that
we
must
have an
be the Larson
H2
McCoy
flow.
Award. The legacy says
40.
Eileen won it when she was 40 for her work on Leviathan.
Interesting.
How many numbers do we need? 6. But it's like, how do we know what number they would go in?
Could use my focus here. How old was Eileen when she won this award?
40.
So we have
All the
40.
numbers you mentioned.
Yeah. Or I guess it
Wonder
might
if they
just be
make up
left
the
to right or
passcode.
right to left. So we have 40.
Yeah, it's worth a try.
What was this thing again?
The H2 flow.
So we have 40, 2,
What did you say this was for again?
The company's 25th anniversary. Looks like it used to be on the last pedestal.
40225.
What was this called again?
The Dragonfly 6.
4022556. Four zero two two five
Not
six.
quite right.
Okay, then let's try. Oh wait, did I try? Was that last one a 5? Did I misdo it? So 4022556.
That didn't do anything.
Okay, then let's try it backwards.
I thought that would have worked. Did we overlook something?
6 2 5 2 4 0.
That's not it.
What? So she was 40.
You said Eileen was how old when she won this?
40.
What was the name
H2
of this
Flow.
The H2 flow.
25th
You said this
anniversary.
was commissioned for something?
The company's 25th anniversary. Looks like it used to be on the
And
last
the
pedestal.
Dragonfly 6. Wait,
Look around with my focus.
what'd she say about someone with the
was
last
this for
pedestal?
again?
Is that something?
The company's 25th anniversary. Looks like it used to be on the last pedestal.
Looks like it used to be on the last pedestal. What does that mean? There's so many puzzles in this game where they help you too soon, and this one it's like I'm actually like I'm stupid and I don't know.
The two artifacts on the ground. Maybe they used to be on opposite pedestals.
What do you mean? So maybe this was here and oh maybe oh okay. So 40 H2 flow 6 2
That's
5.
it.
I don't get how you can tell that though. She said something. Oh, this used to be on the last pedestal. Talking about this. I didn't know that that's what that was referring to.
You can almost see the whole city from up here.
Corner office.
Damn.
Impressive view. It must have been Eileen's.
Let's see if the data on Leviathan is here.
Well, it's official. Eileen Sasaki, CEO, chair, and worst daughter in the world. Security had to escort Dad to his vert. Guess we'll be speaking through lawyers from now on. Looking down at the world from here.
Watch how you're gonna
It's hard
fall.
to see the details. People become risk factors, statistics, far too easily. Omuramba was supposed to provide clean water, improve lives. It was easier to pretend there wasn't a problem. Easier to believe the lie was truth. But I don't want to pretend anymore. I will build Leviathan right. No more shortcuts. No more lying just to save face. It won't undo our sins. My sins. But maybe we can still do some good.
She overthrew her father, took over the company, so that Leviathan wouldn't end up killing people.
It sounded like she regretted covering up Omuramba's failure.
She wasn't perfect. Not a paragon, as the Quan believe, but not a monster either. She tried to make up for her mistakes.
And now you know the truth.
As for the data, Leviathan... yes, it's here. Downloading a copy now.
Is something wrong?
I think I'll stay here a while longer. There's a lot more data that I want to look through.
Are you sure you'll be okay on your own?
Down is always easier than up. Let's speak again when we're back at base.
Okay. I'll see you there. Well, after climbing all
Recovered
the way up,
Alva's data. Pog.
glide down.
Wait, you're going to what?
Just thinking about it.
Is there a Sure.
Going down.
Also, if there was double audio this whole stream until just that cutscene, I had 4K UHD capture, whatever the fuck, open the whole time. And that may have caused double audio, I'm not sure. So if there was, it's closed now. But, yeah. Alright, back to base. And now we start Gemini. Well, I think I probably need to talk to Alva again, but other than that, then we start Gemini. Another thing for you?
What's wrong with your shoulder?
Yeah, it hurts a little. Yeah, maybe a lot.
What'd you do?
Well, I tried to arm wrestle with Catallo.
Yeah, maybe that
With
wasn't
his
such a
new
great
arm?
idea.
That's
I was
hilarious,
just
yeah.
curious to see if that new arm of his was as strong as it looked. Turns out it really is.
I got
Hey, let us know.
Aloy. Aloy, for helping me get the data on Leviathan. I didn't really know what to give you, so I asked Zoe what you might like.
Thanks, Alpha. I'll put it to good use. Have you looked through the data we recovered on Leviathan?
There is much to sort through still, but I believe we'll be able to get it operational and turn back the floods. And I've given more thought to everything we've uncovered about the ancestors. The Overseers would have us believe they were infallible paragons. But Pharaoh wasn't. Not even close. His greed led to machines that devoured the world. The archive of the Old One's knowledge destroyed, just to erase his mistakes. So, when we learned that Eileen had a hand in covering up hundreds of deaths, I started to think they were all the same. Selfish, egotistical, cruel. But in the end, it's not that simple. The truth isn't a straight line of ink on a crisp scroll. It's a splatter, smudged and faded on stained parchment. I wish more Quen could see that, instead of looking the other way or twisting the truth to serve their own schemes.
I doubt Bohai would agree with you.
No, nor the rest of the Board of Overseers. As Eileen said, it's easier to believe the lie is truth, but it's worth fighting for, and this diviner, at least, won't settle for anything less. For that, I thank you. Right.
Does this tell you, like, how many you've killed? No. Because you do need to kill one of every single machine in the game for a trophy. And I don't know what I've killed and what I haven't. The only one that I'm thinking that I've seen that I haven't killed potentially is a slaughter spine. But I imagine we'll see one eventually, like, through the story. So let's talk to Gaia. Oh, I got a outfit for that. Utaru Protector.
Welcome back. Hello, Aloy.
Hey, Gaia. So, me and Beta, I guess you heard what happened.
Yes. I am continuously impressed by the complexity of human relationships. Despite the unpleasant circumstances that led to your quarrel, I am pleased to see you have both found an agreeable resolution.
Well, 2 heads are better than 1, right?
Yes. Are you ready to depart, or we can continue?
So what will happen to this place while we're at Gemini?
All systems within this facility will continue to operate. As Minerva will no longer be masking this location, the facility will be exposed to detection. Though without my presence, it is unlikely to attract attention.
Let's hope so. So I, found Thebes. What do you think Ted would have done if his life extension treatments had worked?
It seems he convinced himself it was his duty to guide future human. Given the tribal nature of New Human, and his ability to use Omega clearance on the terraforming system, I imagine he would have convinced 1 or more tribes to worship him as their patriarchal deity.
Okay. Yep, glad that didn't happen. Aside from Gaia Prime and Thebes, there was one other underground facility that was sealed before the Pharaoh Plague reached it. Elysium. The place where Zero Dawn staff and their families went to live out their lives. Do you know what happened to it?
Elysium was designed to provide life support for 100 years. My data indicates the facility went offline well before then.
Did the Pharaoh Plague find them?
Unknown. My connection to the facility was abruptly severed.
Gaia? What was Elizabeth like?
Her presence is interwoven with my memories. The
I feel like we
moment
heard
came
this one before.
online, she was there. We exchanged greetings, names, then set to our task. It was the first of many conversations. I enjoyed being in her company, listening to her stories. She was my creator, my guide.
Your friend?
Yes. When I reviewed the data on your focus, I was saddened to learn of her fate, though I am glad she made it home. I deeply wish she did not have to be alone.
She was okay with that. She gave all of herself. Did all that she could. Thanks, Gaia. How's all of us settling?
As soon as she arrived, Alva was eager to study the data in the archive. A particular file soon caught her attention. Information about a machine assistant devoted to keeping living spaces neat and orderly. I informed her that once I am empowered with the abilities of Hephaestus, I may be able to design such a machine.
I'm sure she'll... When I set out to find a way to bring you back, I never thought we'd be here, like this. Among friends.
They have all come a long way with their improvised educations. Varl has suggested that one day we might extend this model to more tribal inhabitants, once the biosphere has been stabilized.
Yeah, that's not such a bad idea. As long as you're the one running the lessons. So, about Beta. I never really saw the difference between us, until now. She's been through so much. Completely alone.
You have both endured many hardships, different in almost every respect, yet equally remarkable. I like to think of you as 2 miracles, born of Elizabeth Sobek.
3, then. Let's not forget about you, Gaia.
So yeah, like all this stuff that doesn't have an exclamation mark, but it's not gray like this, I think we've already heard. I don't know.
So our plan to capture...
As you wish. We now know that Hephaestus will not respond to your...
Which is why...
Yeah, we got that. Mm-hmm.
When we get to Gem, the second...
And then you'll be...
Not quite.
How long?
Because the work...
And during that, the others will create...
Correct. The energy...
And then we'll have everything we...
Yeah, all these I heard already, I believe. Same thing about these.
Okay, people. It's time to head out.
That was abrupt. Oh damn, we're just here. I thought I would have needed to clear out the cauldron.
All right, connections in place. Booting up.
Beta, Aloy. I am fully installed on this core and ready to connect to the Cauldron network.
It's good to hear your voice. Erend, everyone. Fire your pulses and sound off.
I'm at my cauldron. This thingy, it's blinking. Did I do it right? In position at my cauldron. My pulse generator is blinking also.
That means they're working. I'm in position and mine is too. Mine as well.
Okay. Radio silence until I give the all clear. Signing off. Gaia, let's cage the beast.
I'm scared. Something's gonna go wrong, man.
Connecting to the Cauldron network now.
Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance. Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance.
Clearance confirmed. Initiating containment sequence.
Critical threat detected. Escape containment. Applying countermeasures.
Lock it down!
Terminating external connections.
It's working. It's got nowhere to go.
Capture imminent. Initiating contingency.
What the frick is 13F?
Wait, what's that?
Malware detected. Attempting to compensate.
It's cracked.
Look!
Autonomous defenses. Directive neutralize.
That means machines are on their way. Get ready.
Here they come.
I'm squared.
For'll stay here. Protect Beta.
I've got it.
Where are they? Oh, frick, what are you? Behemoth.
Stay back.
And what are you? Ravager. I'm stuck. This is not a good place to fight.
Over here, you!
That is not the one I meant to use.
Aloy, need a hand over here. Right away from Beta.
There goes the pace.
Stay back.
I'm actually stuck. Like I can't even draw anything. What are you weak to?
Hold on!
Aloy, need a hand over here.
You okay?
Still breathing.
Aloy, Hephaestus can't escape, but it must have fled deeper into the facility.
Oh,
I'll drive
okay.
it back here.
I do need to go through the
We'll get the cracked core
cauldron.
fixed in the meantime.
Oh, I guess I go up there.
I gotta chase after Hephaestus. Force it out of wherever it's hiding. Make it retreat to the core.
Oh, frick.
You don't, Hephaestus!
Another way over, you say?
Aloy, I'm patched into your focus feed. You should know there is a huge power draw coming from the next chamber. Thanks for the heads up. I'm almost there.
What the fuck do I need to fight?
Hephaestus is up to something, all right? What kind of machine is it trying to build? I don't know, but I'm gonna shut it down. I bet those metal carriers will lead me to where it's getting materials from. I bet that's where Hephaestus is hiding too. Looks like there are a couple of places to go. Well, that doesn't sound good. Aloy, I've managed to rewire most of the components in the core, but the energy processor's cracked. Without a way to fabricate another, there's no way I can fix it. Okay, let me think. What if you bypass the processor? Connect it to power node. I think that could work. I think it could. Might be able to catch a ride on the rail. Go over the shield. There should be a node you can open. The center machines first.
What is this guy? A spike snout.
Machines are from the chamber. I gotta find them. machines on the way. Beta! Hephaestus has locked me out of the node. Any ideas?
I'll see what I can do.
Is this the slaughter spine? No, that's a bellowback.
There.
network hub. I managed to disrupt Hephaestus' control of the node. You should be able to override it now.
Nice. Thanks.
I think I did it. What is this?
Sounds like it fled to another chamber.
Well, it better not get comfortable.
Well. Isn't that just right here? Yeah, that's... Maybe you could, like, kill the machine stealthily or something. Yeah, because it's just that I'm traveling by those things.
Great. Hephaestus covered the island's lightning. I gotta find a way over it.
Aloy! More machines keep coming! Please tell me you're getting close!
Yeah, I'm working on it. I've been smashing through a lot of machines on my side, too.
I guess Aaron's missing out!
Anyway, I'm making progress on the bypass, but I need something to hold the cycling module together.
Maybe a ligament from one of the machine carcasses?
Right? Or some luminous braiding.
Then you could reinforce it with
I
a
have
conversion
luminous
cylinder.
braiding, I know.
For increased connectivity. I think we can do this, Aloy.
Should be able to catch a ride on one of those metal carriers. Just a little forward. I need to try Hephaestus out of here.
There should be another node to override.
Got it.
I wonder if I can strike from above this guy.
Down it goes.
I didn't necessarily want to come down here just yet. What are they weak to? Oh my god, I can't check. Yes, I can. What is this? A leap lasher or something? Where's a leap lasher? Weak to purge water. This one is not the same thing. I don't know what this is. But it's dead now. A long leg. I don't know how long this stuff lasts. That I can't. Oh, now I can. Yeah. Was that a plowhorn? Grimhorn?
Oh, here we go again.
This doesn't sound good. I'll try to get your access back.
There we go. Drenched.
Was this weak to purge water too? Yeah.
Node access restored. Now you can operate it.
Good work.
You did the heavy lifting.
Is the construction bay where we started?
Festus is running out of places to hide.
Aloy?
Oh no.
I just registered a huge energy surge back in the production chamber. Something
Is it gonna
big
be like
is
an
happening.
Apex?
Everything's glowing.
Apex Thunderjaw?
Festus was building. It must have finished.
Or
it.
an Apex Slaughter Spine?
Powerful. Whatever it is. I'm almost done with the core repairs. Should we come to you? Maybe I can disrupt the machine if
No. Just stay where you are, okay?
It's a slaughter spine.
Things on its legs and look. I think it's charging
Weak to
up.
ice. I don't like this thing that's glowing, so I'm taking it off first.
Finish charging.
Jesus
Got
Christ.
him! Got him!
What's up, Blue? I need him to walk over here for my purge water trap. Yes, yes. Come here. Haha! All machine combat machines killed. Let's go. You're darn tootin', I did it.
There should be one more node to override.
Good. Stand by. I'm sending Hephaestus back. How do you like me now?
Oh, this is that's a weapon. Hell yeah. I really did that shit.
No more hiding, Hephaestus.
Oh shit. This is this mission complete.
Got it. Hephaestus is back in the core.
Make sure it stays there. I'm heading back.
How do I get back?
Then we can start the merge.
Because of you, Beta. I'm glad you came along. And
Oh, I gotta go
Laurel,
this way.
we couldn't have done any of this without you.
Right back at you, Aloy.
Something's gonna go wrong. I don't know why. I just got this like gut feeling in my gut. I got this nut feeling in my gut.
Aloy, the bypass is done.
The core is stable.
Hephaestus is 100% contained.
Shit, maybe not.
And we better get started with the merge. It's all set up.
Gaia, establish the link, please.
Done.
But now we still have to wait the 4.5 hours or whatever, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, to complete the merge, we need to excise Hephaestus' malicious code. Carefully.
Nothing could go wrong.
Aloy,
I think the game's about to end. I'm kidding. But maybe. Flying mounts? Well, she just ate that shit? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck!
Redundant copy. You cost us quite a lot of time.
They can fly? What the fuck?
Eric, get Beta. And squash that bug while you're at it. Ooh! Get behind me.
Oh, shit.
Come on! Quit screwing around.
Now we're having fun, right?
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Damn. She broke the promise.
Tilda, get Gaia and Hephaestus ready for transport. Tilda!
I failed. Hush. All is not lost.
What?
What the hell are you doing?
What?
Stop her! I can't even see her!
Beta. Varl. Where am I?
Ah, you're awake. You took quite a hit when Gerard attacked you. I imagine you must still be in a great deal of pain. I can assure you that we are safe. The others can't detect us here.
You mean the other Zeniths? You must be Tilda.
I wasn't sure if Beta would have told you about me.
Where is she?
Alive. And while she isn't where she wants to be, not in urgent danger. We must discuss how to get her back, of course, after you've shaken off the cobwebs. When you're ready, take the stairs down the hall and come see me. In the meantime, I'll make breakfast.
Breakfast. Okay.
Nah, Varl's fine. Varl's fine. He's fine. Oh my god. Bathroom.
Survival bunker. What is this?
Just a few favorites from my
What
collection.
the frick?
Rescued and stored here just before I went off-world. Take a look, if you like. I'm curious to hear your impressions.
My friend is dead. Beta and Gaia are gone, and you want me to look at old paintings?
Don't be so quick
to dismiss the comfort we can find in art, or the insight we might gain.
Yeah, we can examine the art, I guess.
My favorite pairing on the left is
You got the Mona Lisa here?
Woman Reading a Letter by Vermeer, a true master. And on the right is a forgery, Woman Reading Music, which fooled experts into believing it was a priceless original. Early in my career, I became fascinated with such deceptions. Eventually, I developed scanning software that could detect fakes with unparalleled accuracy.
Is that how you made enough money to buy
So this was the real one?
Odyssey?
Bang.
Oh no. I made my real fortune later. Selene and Endymion.
Oh my god.
She's the goddess of
What the hell?
whereas he's a simple shepherd. Beside her is the god of love, Cupid.
So she's sneaking up on him?
More like visiting him in secret. The torch that Cupid bears represents Selene's undying infatuation with him. Though the two must remain apart, her love will forever burn. This is Rembrandt painting Jeremiah, a man in mourning.
Mourning what?
His home. The ancient city of Jerusalem. He foresaw its impending doom, but could do nothing to prevent it. So instead, he saved its treasures from destruction, just as I saved these works. You could say we're kindred spirits. A portrait of the
Oh, this is where I am. And this is where the metal flower is. Ow, ow, ow.
Rembrandt's son Titus, depicted in the habit of a monk.
I don't get it. Why would someone like you, with infinite resources, care about this painting of a boy in a
Yeah,
hood?
the winks.
It's not the image itself, but the feeling it conveys. The face is bright and defined, but his eyes are downcast, heavy with misfortune. And the background seems to swallow all light. The painting is infused with a sense of loss.
I guess I understand how the painter feels.
Yeah, I like it.
Rembrandt's
I'm
The
not gonna
Night
get another
Watch,
one, but
by far the most famous
they're
painting
good.
my homeland ever produced. It was commissioned to honor a militia made up of influential citizens.
I guess you must have been an influential citizen.
In my day. But not as influential as you've been in this new world. The Gust. By Willem van de Velde, the most famous of his many maritime paintings.
A ship crossing into
I'm
the
gonna burn it
unknown.
with fire.
I guess you're familiar with that.
Indeed, which is why I appreciate this composition in particular. Though waves and wind threaten to destroy the ship, it perseveres, clinging to the light even as darkness closes in all around it. Stunning, isn't it? Paintings weren't the only masterpieces of my people's golden age. This is Van Vianen's Lidded Ewer,
Wait, could I have examined this
molded
one?
from a single sheet of silver.
No.
What was it for?
How like Elizabeth you are. Function over form. Its practical purpose was less important than its meaning. Van Vianen created it in honor of his late brother, who himself was a famous silversmith.
A memorial.
Yes. Such beauty from sorrow.
She's pulling out her own hair. Out of madness, out of grief. It's hard to watch her suffer. A lot of weight on his shoulders.
Oh my god, it's Atlas.
I know the feeling.
Oh my god, I'm on his shoulders. Photo mode. Wow. And then. It's such a creepy smile. Oh my god, he's lifting me. And then. Wow. Look at the beauty that is this. Crazy.
Done so soon?
What do you mean done so soon? I looked at everything.
We both do. There is much we are trying to save. Not the least of which is in that vault. There's nothing wrong with savoring such treasures for a moment more. Or come upstairs and we'll get down to business. Your choice.
Wait, what? Yeah, I did the optional thing. What was she saying about the vault? I think I'm done. Done. Yeah, because I can't do anything with this.
There you are. Feeling better?
How did you find us? At the cauldron? And what did you do to everyone right before I passed out?
All business, I see. Well, suffice it to say we were keeping a very close eye on Hephaestus, knowing we would need it at some point. Your ruse didn't fool us, and as for my little trick, it was an overload of the senses, accompanied by an energy discharge. Gerard and Eric were only momentarily disoriented due to their shields, but it rendered you unconscious while I got you out. Perhaps some breakfast might steady you a bit?
This was your house. The one you recreated for Beta, in the data channel you shared.
How perceptive of you. Please, this way.
After everything your people have done, you think I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat with you?
They're not my people. They never were, and especially not now.
You shot off into space with them, and lived with them for 1,000 years before coming back. So what made you suddenly turn on them?
Quite simply, this.
My old focus. You repaired it? But that means you've seen
incredible things. What you've accomplished in 2 decades of life. A 1,000 years at my back and I haven't even come close. I'm sorry if I invaded your privacy, but I had to. In order to understand. To be enlightened. You truly are Elizabeth's blood. With her drive, her sense of mission, her integrity. Watching all this shamed me for the company that I've kept. Having seen it, all I want is to help you.
Even if it means stopping your friends?
Especially so. Please, Sit down. There. That's better. Now, we must recover Beta and Gaia at all costs. By now, you must know that Gerard intends to use Gaia to reboot the Earth's biosphere, remaking this world to specifications that would only suit us immortals. This process will kill every living thing on the planet. He calls it a clean install.
Not if I stop him first.
Not if we do. And once he and the others are gone, we can work together to fulfill Elizabeth's dream. I'm sure Beta told you that there's a build of the Apollo database on board our ship. A complete collection of human knowledge. With that and Gaia, we could do everything Elizabeth wanted. Heal the biosphere, educate the people of this world, uplift them. Create the world she imagined.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. From what I've seen, your friends are invincible.
I do wish you would stop calling them my friends. And they're not invincible. In fact, a friend of yours has found a way to defeat them.
Silence.
Oh, he's been a busy bee, building an army powerful enough to crash through Gerard's precious base.
Yeah. Regala and her rebels.
Even now, she's preparing a final march on the Tenakth capital. When she wins, she'll have the entire tribe under her control. Hundreds of warriors and machines to throw at the base. She's been duped. They'll all perish, of course. But it should be enough to break Gerard's defenses and allow Silence to kill him. Along with all the others.
Using the new weapon he's developed.
Yes, he's found a way to circumvent our shields. Truly an exceptional man. He's planned for everything. Except you and me. You see, while his army is battering down Gerard's doors, you and I will sneak in through a back way. One that only I know about. While Silence and my friends are busy battling each other, we'll take back Beta and Gaia. I told you I want to help you. I mean it.
Oh, frick.
My old focus. How did you find it, let alone repair it?
When we encountered you at the Hades Proving Lab, Gerard saw you as a redundancy. I knew better. You were a revelation. After your dramatic escape, bravo, by the way. Gerard and Eric assumed you were dead and gave up the hunt. I wasn't so sure. When the others were busy, I returned to the lab and searched for any trace of you. That's when I found this little treasure. Not easy to repair, but certainly worth the effort. As I watched your life unfold, you were like a splash of color on a worn canvas. What Liz was, and more.
Did you show it to the others?
Of course not. It was your actions that inspired me to defy them. It's worth noting that if I hadn't found it and watched its contents, I wouldn't have known to save you at the cauldron. You'd be dead.
So I should be grateful?
If you like.
Damn.
So you know all about me. What about you?
What would you like to know?
Well, start with your life on Earth.
When I was 8, terrorists flooded my home city. Thousands drowned, my parents included. I was one of the few who survived. My guardian sent me to boarding school. Among my peers, I was the strange girl, the orphan to be avoided, all because of circumstances beyond my control.
Oh. So we're a lot alike.
Aren't we? You were an outcast. But you didn't let that stop you from getting what you needed. Neither did I. I climbed my way out of desolation and used my wits to build a fortune. First, from the technical analysis of art and the detection of forgeries. Profitable expertise in those days. But as it turned out, from there it was only a short step to gathering extremely valuable intelligence on my own.
You were a spy?
More like a service one could turn to for information. I had to remain anonymous, of course, to protect my privacy. But despite that anonymity, Far Zenith inevitably sought me out.
What happened when Far Zenith approached you?
They painted an irresistible vision of humanity's future, one where we need not fear illness or death, where we explored the furthest reaches of the stars and thrived. It was only later that I realized that they only intended to bequeath this future to the rich and powerful. By the time I finally figured it out, the walls were closing in far. So I accepted Far Zenith's invitation to a berth on the Odyssey. I wanted Liz to come, but she had nobler plans, as you well know.
So you didn't know the other Zeniths were monsters until it was too late?
I knew some of them were. Certainly, it wasn't until we were off-planet that I understood the true scope of their greed. I was grateful to simply be alive, but the others became obsessed with a kind of effortless immortality. They built a colony where machines serviced their every need, where any memory or fantasy could be endlessly savored in virtual reality. It wasn't life. It was still
What are these like explosions in the background?
hampered dream state.
I don't think they're supposed to
As
be
the
there.
decades passed, I withdrew more and more, alone yet again. But this time with eons to consider my mistake. Now finally, having met you, I feel like I have a second chance.
To do what?
Help you, of course. To fulfill Liz's dream, which isn't so different from Far Zenith's original vision. A better future for humanity.
You said Beta is not in urgent danger, so what are the Zeniths doing to her?
Putting her to work. Merging Hephaestus with Gaia, a difficult, time-consuming task, as I'm sure you know. They will compel her if need be. But her life is not in danger. She's the only one who can do it.
Because you people made her to be nothing but a tool.
Gerard's idea, not mine. They always viewed me with suspicion when I attempted any form of kindness towards her. That's why I created the Data Channel. A virtual place where we could speak in peace.
So this channel you shared with Beta, none of the other Zeniths ever found out about it.
Gerard believes he's the most cunning of all of us. Even after 1,000 years, he still can't imagine that I would outwit him. The channel allowed me to interact with Beta away from their mistrustful eyes. It offered us a chance to be ourselves.
Until you cut off all contact.
Yes. Though it pained me. I was worried that our meetings would do her more harm than good.
She felt like you tossed her aside.
I was afraid the others would find out and punish her. She may not have had the comforts of friendship anymore, but at least I ensured she was safe. I know it seems harsh, but you must believe that her well-being has always been paramount to me.
Why did you make the Data Channel look like this place?
I built this house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place. Not just for me, but for the art stored below. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into... I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter, even...
Beta told me your colony was destroyed, that you came back to Earth because you had nowhere else to go.
It's true. After we reached our destination, a planet in the Sirius star system, we spent decades building a new home. The physical constraints of Earth, the boundaries of mortality, gone. To think of what we could have done with it. It might have been a utopia. Instead, we stagnated, absorbed in effortless comforts and virtual realities. It took a cataclysm to finally yank us out of our stupor.
What happened?
A massive geological event. We knew of instabilities in the planet core, but we underestimated them. By the time the collapse was upon us, it was too late to stop it. Only a few of us made it to the ship in time. We set course for Earth. the only safe harbor left to us.
Which you decided to make unsafe for anyone else.
Not me. Gerard. He believes it's better to wipe the canvas clean than work around the smudges. More primitive tribes, no more combat machine, only a blank slate to do with as he pleases. But we will stop him. All we have to do is get into that base.
What exactly is your plan to sneak into the Zenith base?
We will make use of a lesson I learned from an early age. Always know your exits. In this case, a place where Gerard's new construction meets the ancient foundation, a passage that only I can access. When Silence flings his army at the base, we will enter through this back door, bypassing most of the fighting. The distraction will provide us with a window in which to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Once we're inside the base, where will we find Beta and Gaia?
Here in the command center. By then, Gaia will have been reunited with all of its subordinate functions, including Hephaestus.
What about the alpha build of Apollo on your ship?
A simple matter of recovery once the others have been dealt with. With that in hand, we'll have everything we need to make this world as it should be.
How do you know about Silence's plan?
He isn't the only one adept at spyware.
You hacked his focus?
No, he's too careful for that. But his subordinates? Not so much. He gave additional focuses to the tribals he branded the Sons of Prometheus.
The ones working with Regalla.
By tapping their focuses, I learned about most of his dealings. The distribution of override technology, the arming of Tanakh rebels, and the secret pact with Regalla to attack Gerard's base.
But how did he come up with a weapon that can take down your shields?
That's the one thing I haven't been able to figure out, but however he did it, I'm quite certain it will work. With it and the Tanakh army, victory seems to be within his grasp. Such a shame he'll be disappointed.
Regalla's only interested in killing Hekarro and waging war on the Karja. What does she have to gain by attacking Zenith?
It's the price she must pay for her war. Without the ability to override machines, her little rebellion would have languished in the desert.
So she trades with the Sons of Prometheus. Machines to help her overthrow Hekarro.
In exchange for an assault on the base. Pride has deluded her into thinking she can actually survive such a battle. And all without ever knowing who the Sons of Prometheus really answer to. Yet for all of Silence's brilliance, still he underestimates you. That blind spot is what will allow us to take Beta and Gaia right out from under him.
While hundreds of Tanakh are cut down outside.
Unless he's planning for it. I don't know. Silence is a smart cookie, man.
So you knew.
I don't know if I trust this plan. Like, I trust her intentions.
like?
I think she does want to help. I just don't know if she's underestimating Silence.
Everything she was, I see in you. And more. Your ingenuity, your determination, your moral compass. You've managed to distill her greatest qualities and make them your own.
I'm not asking about me. Tell me about Elizabeth. What was she really like?
The honest answer is that I don't actually know. For all the time that I spent with her, she always kept a part of herself locked away. It was like that from the moment we met.
So when you met Elizabeth, she was what? Distant? Aloof?
Not aloof. Not exactly. It was a summit in Paris about machine learning. A touchy subject in those days. Because regulatory authorities were just starting to clamp down on AIs. Liz gave the keynote address. She had already achieved great renown for her work in automated environmental reclamation. But in her address, she was just starting to imagine the next step. An AI-driven system that wouldn't just act on its programming, but actually take responsibility for its sphere of influence.
To care about life. Not just follow orders.
Revolutionary stuff. I was fascinated. And I wanted to meet her for a long time. I watched her after her talk. She had spoken with such moral authority, such empathy. But after that, she retreated. I could tell she felt uncomfortable with all of her admirers. It was as if giving the talk had cost her something. I didn't want to be a pest, so I planned my approach carefully.
So how did you finally approach Elizabeth after her talk?
I picked the right moment. The morning of the next day, right as she came back to the conference, she had just had her coffee. She was fresh, rested. It was like she had braced herself for the onslaught of colleagues. I asked if I could walk with her, then put forth a question about her talk that I thought was intelligent. Her answer made me realize it wasn't, but she was very welcoming. Almost as if we were previously acquainted. It was only halfway through the conversation that I realized she knew exactly who I was. It was quite a shock to me. My business was trafficking in secrets, and I took great pains to protect my anonymity. So that was Liz, perpetually one step ahead. I came to view our meeting as a metaphor for our friendship. She always seemed to know me far better than I knew her.
I guess I know the feeling.
Alright, that was everything.
First Varl. Now Hekarro and the Tenakth. Your plan would wipe out an entire tribe. There has to be another way.
We are in an admittedly desperate situation, but I assure you there isn't. Remember Zero Dawn. Elizabeth's sacrifice. Sometimes many have to die for a new world to grow.
If it looks impossible, look deeper. Wait. The data channel. It still exists, doesn't it? I need you to open it. Let me talk to Beta.
Impossible. We might be detected.
It's worth the risk. There is another way, one where the Tenakth survive.
But we won't. If the others...
If you want to help, open it. What are they doing to her?
Virtual reality dissociation. The manual merge of Hephaestus will take hours upon hours of tedious micromanagement. If she resists the work, they run simulations to induce feelings of isolation and despair.
Beta, can you hear me?
You're alive. They're watching me. I can't hold up this extra projection for long. You should have killed me.
No. No, look at me. I'm coming for you. I promise. Okay? I just need you to hold out a little while longer and work on the merge.
What the hell was that whisper?
Then I think it can be done.
I'll contact again when it's time. Can you hold on?
As long as I know you're coming for me, I can endure anything.
All right. I did as you asked. Now I think you need to tell me what you're planning.
I'm going to take Sylens' army away. I don't need it. Only the weapon he made to penetrate your shields.
And how do you propose to get it? Ask him nicely?
With Argala and her rebels, he won't have a choice. We'll be his only option.
Only option for what? What did you tell her?
That is between me and my sister. Will be Sylens' only option for crashing that base. I'll tell you the rest later. But first, there are a couple of things I have to do.
Oh. And what are those?
Lay my friend to rest. And then I'm going to use the override that Beta gave me at Gemini to put an end to Regalla's rebellion. From the air.
Wait. Since you insist on doing things your way, I know of something that will truly help you make a grand entrance with the Tenat. The ancient Horus Titans still possess electromagnetic energy cells as part of their arsenal. Drop one of those on Regalla's army and they'll receive quite a surprise. So go, do what you must. I'll come to your base if you manage to bring silence to the table.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Not if. When. Erend, are you there?
Aloy! Aloy, is that really you?
Yeah, it's me. Where's everyone else?
We're all... we're back at base. What happened?
It might be easier to explain in person. I'll try to join you there when I can.
Okay. We'll wait here for you. It's good to hear your voice, Aloy.
We need to get there. I feel like maybe I can now that I've like unlocked this place. But I don't know how exactly. What is that?
Frost would do a lot of
Apex
damage.
Bellowback. Maybe I can go up here. Maybe I can go down and then up. Well, this is the art room, right? I don't know, because it's sealed now. Let me make sure I can get it. Metal flower. Tilda's mansion.
Just to let you know, I'm now patched into your focus network.
Great. I take it the other Zeniths can't hear us?
Of course not. And they don't know about your base either, in case you were wondering. I've sent you data on the Horus energy cells you can use against Regalla's forces. Reach out to me when you're ready to acquire one.
Understood.
It says, if I remember right, look around the roof. There should be a ledge on the outside wall. Oh my god, I think it was that. That's kind of annoying. Okay, let's try that one more time. There we go.
The vine cutter's working.
Damn, that's it. Okay, let's go. Oh, this is Wings of the Ten. Okay. This is where we unlock flying mounts then. I'll probably end soon-ish. And then I maybe stream tonight, but probably not.
When you're wounded, you have to strike back. Draw blood.
Hey! Can't I get one damn minute to mourn my friend?
Regalla is going to slaughter my tribe to overthrow Hikaru. The Zeniths have Beta and Gaia. We can't sit around wallowing in our losses.
Kotallo's right. We must fight.
Oh, all right. So what are we gonna do, huh? Take on all of Regalla's rebels?
Not to mention the Zeniths. What can we even do? Throw ourselves at their base?
Something like that. So...
After we lost contact with you, we regrouped and went to Gemini. What happened? The recording we found on Varl's focus cut off when that Zenith Eric...
The Zeniths were tracking Hephaestus. When Gaia trapped it in Gemini, they knew where we were. After Varl tried to stop them. They took Beta and Gaia. I only survived because one of the Zeniths turned against the others to save me.
One of them? Well... At least we didn't lose you too. So what do we do now?
We're going to defeat the Zeniths. And get Beta and Gaia back. But first... we're going to stop Regalla.
How?
Back in Gemini, Beta gave me... a gift. There's something I need to do first to make it work, but it could put an end to the bloodshed.
Word is, Regalla's readying her army for an all-out assault on the Grove. I need to be there.
I know. Go. Stand with Hikaru. And keep an eye on the sky.
Strike true as the 10.
The rest of you, whatever preparations you need to make, upgrades, resupplies, get on it. It won't be long before we take the fight to the Zeniths.
We'll be ready, Aloy. And when you're ready, meet me outside the east exit. I'd like to have a word in private.
Even when things are darkest, you're the flame that lights the way forward.
Just tell me one thing. Am I gonna get to smash up a bunch of Zenith bastards?
We all are.
Good.
Before I do anything else, I should check on Zoe. It sounded important.
Yo, I don't know where everyone else is. Oh, here's Erend. Oh, and Kotallo's gone. Yeah, okay, so this makes sense.
I thought you were gonna...
I wanted to
Yeah, don't worry about me. I'll be there when you need...
I never doubted that.
Oh, I'm glad you're...
So am I. you hate waiting, but you'll have to stay back here a little longer.
Well, you go do what you gotta do. Are you okay? It's not just Varl we lost. Beta's gone. I almost lost it when I realized my sister had been taken by Dervahl back in the Sundom.
I'm getting her back.
Understood.
Do you think Zoe will be okay?
I don't think anyone's ever okay after losing the one they love. I can't tell you she's handling it better than I ever did. That keeps the rest of us level-headed.
I need to get going.
You better get there before Kotallo tries to take on Regalla's entire army by himself. Do me a favor. Don't go disappearing on us again.
I'll do my best.
Don't play some machine strike errand.
You look busy.
My studies are a good distraction, especially after culture. Varl. And that's just the beginning.
We won't. Tilda, the Zenith that Beta mentioned, she was the one who rescued me.
Did she say why?
She knew Elizabeth Sobek. Seems to think helping me is honoring her in some way. She was willing to share information on both Silence's plans and the other Zeniths.
But you still don't trust her. Where I come from, the more valuable the knowledge shared, the higher the price extracted. I'd be careful.
So, all of the tribes here are new to you?
Yes. I've been studying up on them. The most fascinating one thus far has been the Tenakth, an entire culture based on the holograms of an ancient museum. There's much they've misinterpreted, not unlike the Quen. But still, there's a nobility to what they've become. They're honorable and fearless.
And deadly. How are you holding up?
Varl's loss is heavy on everyone's mind. I didn't know him well, but I can see how much he meant to the others. Zoe and Erend seem to have taken to it the hardest, but I don't quite know what to say to them.
They need time to sort through it.
And what about you? Will time heal your wound?
I don't know. I try not to think about it. Seems like everyone's ready to take the fight to the enemy.
Kotallo more than most. If I were this Regalla, I wouldn't want to cross him on the battlefield.
Regalla still has a lot of machines on her side.
That's where you come in, I suspect.
If my plan I should get go. Be ready to
I won't.
I know.
Alright. Let's go talk to Zoe, and then I'll decide if I want to end or not.
My fingers feel stiff in this cold.
Oh, is he buried here?
Over here, Aloy. We would come out here to tend to the garden. Sometimes I needed fresh air. Other times we would simply sit and watch the sunrise. So when we returned from Gemini, it seemed fitting that he be laid to rest here. Now he can always look out at Plainsong and further east to the Nora Sacred Lands.
He would have liked that.
He often spoke of his sister, Vala. He said she used to gather her favorite golden blooms and tie them to her spear. Their mother called it useless, but Vala was stubborn.
Yeah, she seemed like that.
It wasn't easy. But I tracked down the flower. Gathered its seeds. As verdant limbs wither,
I wasn't expecting that.
roots rot in snow, still the sea rises as certain as stone. From death follows new life. So it is with the land. And so it is with us. I'm with Child.
Oh my god.
I was going to tell him when he got back from Gemini.
Holy
Instead,
shit.
One day, I'll bring our child here. We'll sit among the blooms and watch the sunrise.
I never got to tell him. To thank him. For saving my life, sure, but also for not giving up on me.
He always knew.
Goodbye, Varl. I promise to look after them.
Damn. She's pregnant.
Oh.
Oh my god, sit
try
with
to visit
Varl. That's
when I can.
nice. That's nice.
I need to go
Farewell.
to the fabrication terminal to install the new override on my spear. Then I'll use it on a sunring and get ready for an entrance Regalla will never forget.
Oh, before I forget, I watered those plants for you.
Bang. Craft override.
Override installed. Now to find a sunwing. I think there are some roosting at the top of the mountain. Okay, I need to find a sunwing to override. Better head up the mountain.
I kind of want to complete this mission. Because I think... Hang on, let me double check. Yeah, Wings of the Ten is the second to last quest. So... if we complete this, then all we have left is... the last quest, and then so I can finish this. Beginning of next stream, I can clean up some of these side quests. Oh, that one finally completed. The which one was it? One of these wasn't completed, but cool.
Good. There are sunwings up here. We'll have to approach them quietly.
I wonder if you can mount all flying types, or if it's just the Sunwing.
I'm in the air.
Holy shit. Wow. Fly west to where? To here. To perform a barrel roll triangle. Whoa.
Tilda, I'm in the air.
Then you'll want to pick up an energy cell on one of the ancient Horus Titans. But first you must send out a pulse to activate them. I've sent you the necessary software. To deploy it, you'll have to override one of the communication machines you refer to as Tolnecs. There's one in the middle of the desert
Oh,
mentioned nicely.
On it.
this is the Tolnec. This is how you get to the Tolnec. Holy shit! Finally.
There's a Tolnec. Need to get on top of its head.
How do I like? Oh, tap to slow and hover in place. R2 to descend.
Now, how to land this thing?
Bang.
Made it.
Oh my god, my Tolnec or my Sunwing fell.
Okay, Tilda. I've
All
overridden the
Tolnecs overridden.
Good. And the energy cells are now primed. Simply pick one up on a Horus. The nearest one should be northwest of your position. Dropping it on Regala's machine should produce quite a spectacle.
Thanks for the assist.
I told you, I want to help.
Whoa! I'm gonna get used to that.
Holy shit. They hate me. This didn't even really unlock any part of the map because I already did all this. Yeah, I'm flying. I'm cool as hell.
There's the energy cell. Right on the Titan's back. Got the cell. Now on to the Grove. Pulse from Tolnec should have reactivated all the energy cells in the region. I should be able to pick up more from any Horus I fly to. Pretty useful. Even after I did Regala.
Are they like marked, she said, on your map? No, or there's, oh no, that's not that. Cause I was gonna say, how do you really know, like, sure they could be useful, but how do you know where to go? I guess maybe just like if you come across them. Alright, so we'll complete Wings of the Ten. I'll end. And then maybe I'll come back later today. Especially if I'm so close to beating it, maybe I will. It really just depends what time I get back home. If I get back home at like 9, I probably won't.
Alright, here we go.
But I will probably play this tomorrow either way. Next stream will be this again, because I'll probably just finish it up. And I'll probably start Burning Shores.
Regala's inside. Hikaru will soon be dead. It's all over, Chaplain.
I gotta drop it now.
Here it goes.
I'm really glad they're doing this in a cutscene. Yes, it is,
It's
Deca.
Aloy. She flies on the wings of the Ten. The tide has turned. Push through.
End of the line, Hakon. Now on your knees, and I'll give you the death you didn't have the spine to give me.
They're down! The machines! All of them! They're down!
What? How's that possible?
Regala!
Enough bloodshed! Let's settle this. You and me.
Easy to say when you're atop a machine.
What about now,
Well, just
bozo?
to get your attention. I don't need any help to take you down.
Fine. I accept your challenge. And once I'm done with you, I'll get to finish the slaughter.
We'll see about that.
The duel is set. Let none interfere.
For me? Use your strength!
I wonder if her helmet can even break. I just think it'd be so funny to kill her with a headshot.
Leave me with a scar! You bleed, miss!
I don't think it could have there. Phase 2. Oh frick, phase 2 is a bow and arrow phase. Now I can tell you right now she's losing this one.
Alright, so that's how it's gonna be.
That is left of your...
I'm starting to think you can't break it off, which is kind of dumb. I mean, I guess they don't want the battle to end that quickly.
Strike! And strike hard!
That worked.
This is where it ends!
Yeah, it is.
Jesus Christ.
You die here and now! You bring nothing but shame to your tribe!
I need to get my stamina back first.
Okay, the spike thrower is fucking awesome for this fight.
Here I am again, on my knees before bootlets and cowards. Go ahead, run me through.
Shut your mouth, traitor.
It was you who flew in on the wings of the 10. You who challenged her. By our rights, you must decide her fate. I spared her once. It only made things worse. She was the best of my marshals. What a waste.
She's dangerous, all right. But maybe that's exactly what I need.
Cowards! What more do you have to conspire about?
Whether you live or die.
Okay, I looked it up because I saw this was coming. If you say your life ends here, she dies. GG. This isn't easy, just forces you to make one of these ones. There's another battle ahead. She'll join you in the final battle. I mean, frick it. Why not get another person for the final battle?
I'm not here to forgive you for your crimes. But there's another battle ahead.
Plus, it is kind of funny
Against
that
an
it
enemy
pisses
more
her off that we
powerful
keep
than anything you can imagine.
defeating her and then not killing her.
And I need people. A squad. That's willing to do whatever it takes.
I don't want your mercy.
It's not mercy. The battle I'm talking about will be charging into a nightmare.
A better death than this? Yes. My blood is yours. Your enemies are mine.
Meet us at our stronghold, in the mountains near Plainsong.
You mean to send her alone? Without even an armed guard?
She does not need it.
I will be there. You have my word.
I'll hold you to it.
Chief, there's something you both need to see. In the throne room. He surrendered to our guards outside the grove. Claims he has an urgent message for the Outlander who defeated Regala.
So.
Oh, silence.
It's for her alone. From an interested party.
I'm gonna need some privacy.
Clear the room. Put him with the rest of Regala's soldiers.
I'll see you back at base.
You saved the tribe. Let me help you with your mission.
No. With Regala gone, you have a chance to build the future you dreamed of. So get to your task.
Then at least allow me to give you this. Armor for the battle ahead. May it keep you safe.
Oh?
Thank you.
Do you have any idea what you've just done?
Yeah, I think I do, bozo.
Oh, it's a pleasure to see you too, Silence.
Congratulations on your victory. You saved the Tenakth for a few weeks. Unfortunately, you've doomed the entire planet as well.
Wrong. I don't need a Tenakth army to defeat the Zeniths.
Oh, Aloy. Have you learned nothing about the enemy we're up against?
More than you, hiding whatever hole you found. My idea is just better than anything you ever came up with.
Go on.
No, not here. We're doing this my way. Face to face, and with the weapon you've developed.
And why would I agree to that?
Because I'm your only way of beating the Zeniths, and getting the copy of Apollo that's on their ship. So meet me at my base. Mountains west of Plainsong. Time to submit to the inevitable silence and follow the person who actually knows what she's doing. Don't be late.
Damn. That one hard. Flew on the wings of
Tilda,
the 10.
you there? I did it. Silence is on board. So head to my base.
Impressive. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Now that I can fly, I might want to see what else I can do before I head back.
So, Aloy, you've added yet another deed to your name, and I'm guessing by the look in your eyes that you're not done yet.
Not quite.
Is there anything we can do? We owe you that much.
After everything you've been through, you're one of the best people to support Hikaru's bid for peace. Not just between the clans, but with the Carja too.
Then I will. You have my word.
And until my last breath, I'll make sure the tribe remembers all that you've done for us.
Hell yeah.
Regala didn't stand a chance.
You know what's a waste?
Is grateful.
We didn't kick them all back from Aloy.
Ateka, I figured I'd see you here.
Of course. The Lowland clan fought for our own today. And like the day Hikaru conquered the Grove, we stand victorious. I see the same look in his eyes as I did then. Hope restored. His vision for us endures.
He'll need your continued support, I'm sure.
And he will always have it. Thank you for everything, Aloy.
Okay, so before we do that, I need to count how many quests I've done. Because I have a list of all the side quests. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. And I counted 28. So besides the way home, I'm missing 1. So let's figure out where that is real quick. Deep Trouble, I did. The Bristlebacks, I did. Twilight Path, I did. Shadow in the West, I did. Shadow from the Past, I did. Burning Blooms, I did. Need to Know, I did. The Roots That Bind, I did. Thirst for the Hunt, I did. Wound in the Sand, I did. Gate of the Vanquished, I did. The Deluge, I saw. I already did that one. A Tribe Apart, I did. Signal Spike, I did. The Promontory, I did. A Soldier's March, I did. Breaking Even, I did. Blood for Blood, In the Fog, In the Fog. Where do you pick up that one? The errands I don't care about as much, but I would like to do all the side quests, especially because I'm so close to completing them all.
And so the Wings of the Ten found us when things were at their direst.
I'm not some legend come to life, Chitaka.
That may be, but we will always be in your debt.
Aloy, I was hoping I'd find you after the battle. The flame of the desert now flies on the wings of the Ten.
Oh, so the other guy would have been here if I chose him.
Well, wonders never cease.
I thought you wanted to stay neutral.
In the end, I decided that if you thought Hekarro was worth fighting for, then that was good enough for me.
I'm honored.
The honor is mine.
I'm gonna go pick up that quest real quick, and then yeah, I'll do it next time. And then same thing with this one. We'll do the way home. We'll also do these two. And then I'll also finish the Vista Point.
Your marks are...
So this one should be I'm on the last quest. So I'm gonna beat it next time because I'm about to end. Yeah, here's should be the last side quest.
How can you say that?
What's going on here?
You're her. The one from the embassy. Please, you have to go after my father. He's going to get himself killed in the stand of the Sentinels. The forest beyond the village. Everyone else seems to have forgotten that we don't abandon our own.
Phaneira? If you're gonna drag the Outlander into this, at least tell her the whole story. Goroka gave her that stab wound.
It was an accident.
How did your father accidentally stab you?
For a while now, he's been sneaking out of the village to hunt alone in the stand. Sometimes he's gone for days. So this time, I followed him to his hunting camp. Tried to convince him to come home. Words led to fists. And somewhere in the middle of it all, his knife.
That's crazy.
He was already gone when I fell.
You would have bled to death had I not come looking for you.
It doesn't make any sense. The way he looked at me. It
was like I was a stranger. Perhaps it's time to recognize...
He's fine!
He has to be.
I can't make any promises, but I'll find him if I can. At least to see if he's alright. Where's his hunting camp?
Southeast of here. Thank you. Glad that's settled. Now you need to rest.
Alright. That's the last side quest we have, I believe. Real quick, before we end, I feel like this will be super quick to get, so I might as well just get it.
Could look around with my focus, try to match the Vista Point image.
With my new flying mount.
I think I can land this thing on the tower.
Yeah, how? Oh, use perch. Now how do I get off? Like that.
Ow! Let's give this another try. Okay, this looks promising. Maybe the image was taken somewhere on this tower?
I imagine it's got to be at the tippy top. But then, like, why have all this area to look at? So maybe not. Well, so it's a this. But from what angle is the question? Maybe it is down there.
Pretty sure I'm close.
Bang.
Got it. There's data here.
Congratulations, you found the San Francisco stop on the Vista Point tour, brought to you by Miriam Technologies and the Coalition of Environmental Reclamation. We all have origin stories, and San Francisco has been a big part of ours. Founded in 2049 by Elizabeth Sobeck and named after her mother, Miriam Technologies embarked on its first projects here in the city. From simple gardening drones that tended schools and parks to pollutant monitoring systems that led to cleaner, healthier air, our early success evolved into major worldwide investments in ecological robotics. Through it all, it's safe to say we left our heart in San Francisco. We're glad you all found it here at this stop. As a thank you for taking this journey, please follow the embedded coordinates to a special reward cache. Boom, got here first. Yeah, whatever. My grandmother was killed in the Sigzy East meltdown. Our house was on the edge of the red zone. They said it would be contaminated for 1,000 years, but MT brought in robots that helped clean it up. Last summer I was able to visit the house with my mother to clean up, or to collect Alma's things. I came on this tour to say thank you, Miss Sobeck. You really are making the world a better place.
A set of coordinates for some kind of cache. Looks like I have one more stop to make.
This better be worth it, or I'm gonna be angry.
Okay. I think I'm close to the coordinates for the Vista Point cache.
I mean,
Keepsake and a message
oh fuck.
from Elizabeth.
Where?
Hello.
Oh,
I'm Dr. Elizabeth Sobeck. Thank you for completing the Vista Point tour. I hope it's given you a better idea of the work we do at Miriam Technologies, but more importantly, why it is so critical. As you've seen, life is fragile. And as my mother once told me, it needs our support, our care, and our love to survive. I hope this message, which is the core of Miriam's mission, means as much to you as it does to me. It does, Elizabeth.
okay, that was kind of cool. I fucked with it. Alright, so then now let's go, back here, and then I'll end. So that's gonna do it for today. Like I said, I think we finish this easily next stream. Maybe that'll be today, but maybe that'll be Monday. It just depends what time I get back home. Oh wait, hang on. Before, real quick, let me just spend my skill points. Maybe that'll be today. Maybe it'll be Monday. I'm not sure. But yeah, that is gonna do it for today. I think we have two more side quests, 2 more errands, and that's it. And then it's just, this is the final quest. So not too bad. Did I just eject this? I did not mean to do that. I meant to close game. Hopefully that didn't fuck shit up. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. And I'll see everybody either later today or tomorrow. Later, gamers.